Aloha world. What a beautiful morning. Super low tide here. Not too many people. And this weekend it is a big art festival here in Daytona, so parking may be interesting in the downtown area. So yesterday they were setting it all up, lots of tents. So yeah, so how is everyone doing with this beautiful adventure exploration? I see some of you are watching and hopefully also following, if not my impulses and guidance, then your own divine feminine impulses and guidance. And this time I've just kind of listened and gone with the flow, and my inner man has got a little stressed out. It's like, hey, there are so many important elements and pointers with the deep diving to the divine feminine. Are you sure this is a good strategy? Because we may run out of time and you may not get all the pointers kind of shared. And it's very interesting, like how caring the divine masculine can be, in that case as well. It's like checking in, what's important, what's the strategy, and that's typical masculine energy. It has to have a plan. It has to fulfill the plan in a way. So that's like a interesting observation to do there. And I started to then kind of write down some of them, and I'll kind of probably pick in the coming days and weeks like some of the most important ones, because it's really important that at least I can share those impulses so you can check them out yourself as well. So today's guidance is, connect to your intuition, and then also start to really listen to it and take action immediately. So you see, what happens with many people is when they hear some guidance coming, they don't really fully register it, or they just put it automatically to back burner. And when that happens, the divine masculine can't really fully take it to the next level. So I've used this image as example. Like, imagine that your divine feminine is your inner woman knocking on your door, asking you to open the door so that she could actually give you the message. But because you are not opening the door, what's happening is the information what she's giving is just staying outside. So imagine maybe it's put down as a note in your mailbox, or there are some other ways she leaves it behind. But after she has done it maybe 500 times, she may be not very motivated to come again and really, give you the information. In my case now, when intuition is coming with the divine feminine knocking on the door, I already open the door before she even knocks. I already have little tea and cookies ready. I already have beautiful notepad ready, and my inner man is even standing next to me, and it's like, okay girls, what's happening, what do I need to do next? So ready to go. And I have manifested so many smaller and bigger things like that, and more I do it, more my intuition is trusting me, and more my intuition is also co-creating with me. So it's a very, very powerful way to start to shift your life. So intuition is here. It's a direct link with your source code, source energy, God, universe, whatever you call it, or whoever you believe, whatever you believe it is. And it wants to express itself through you. But when we are not listening, then we can't capture the information, and then we can't also do anything about it. So it's a huge waste. And when we are listening to it and putting it to work right away, what happens is that things start to manifest faster, and you already like also instantly know. Just a good example. Just a week ago, I got approached by someone about their event, and they are looking for speakers. So first, of course, I was very flattered, like, wow, how did you guys find me? So this was through one of the groups. There is 10,500 women there. So I was like, okay, so this group is really interesting. I should put maybe more focus on that one as well. And I didn't answer right away because the energy was like, there's something weird about it. But then I looked at it and I was like, okay, so let's find more information about it so I can look into it. So, and my intuition was right, because what they were asking me was to come prepare my talk for 5 minutes. Then I had to pay to speak, and then the amount of job for 5 minutes and what would return was immediately shown to me wasn't in balance. And this was the first time ever where I was actually asked to pay to speak. Usually it's the opposite. You speak, you get paid. So it's like, something's really wrong with this equation here. So I went deeper into it, and I was like, oh, thank you, inner woman. I'm so glad I kind of took a little bit extra time to digest it and figure out what was really wrong with this picture here. You know. Or the other day, I wanted to go to one of the shops, and I usually go when the owner is there. And my inner woman said, just send the owner a message and check if she's there, because she may not be there today. And I was in a hurry. I was like, oh, that's fine, she will be there. I got there, she wasn't there. And my experience was like totally different as it is when she's there. So okay, so another time I was back in Estonia, and I actually wanted to do like a longer lunch. I had been sitting in and working with people, and I needed to stretch my legs and get out and about. So I decided to drive. It's like almost 20 minutes drive. It's like a little restaurant in a sailing club and by the river. So very, very nice food and nice atmosphere and everything. So, and again, intuition said it's actually closed today. And I was like, it's in the middle of the week, middle of the day, like what the heck, it can't be. Like usually private events are in the evenings. So I didn't really check. I just jumped into the car, got there, and fair enough, there was a message, sorry, we are closed for a private event today. So I was like, yeah. And then inner woman was like, see, I told you. So I just figured out something else, but it was just, I was actually very glad that I went, because it was a confirmation how strong my intuition and my inner guidance system as I call it, IGS is. So, and since then I have started to really work on it more and more consciously. So, and several times when COVID started, I started to actually test it out with also some online programs and stuff, and I did it like 3 times. My inner woman gave me a topic, gave me a layout, and then the inner masculine helped to get it all going. And I think if I remember correctly, I had a 5-week online program, once weekly call, a little Facebook group, 100 euros per person, and also the inner woman actually said, okay, it's gonna be, you need at least 10 people to really get the energy going. So that's the intention. That's also actually what inner woman really likes, together with the inner man. So I put that intention too, and I did it 3 times, 3 different topics, and I got 3,000 euros. So it was really a very nice confirmation how this actually really works. But sadly, most people on this planet are not really fully focused and, downloading it and receiving it, acknowledging it. So once you start to do it, everything in your life starts to change. So yesterday also, as in the shop, I looked at all these 50,000 second-hand books we have there and thought like, wow, think of that, someone sitting down, because books are a really good example of channeled intuition in a way. So, and then now also, depending how good someone is doing that, that's where the success comes in. Plus, of course, the frequency and beliefs the writer has and so on, and divine timing, and there are lots of other elements too. But all of these people, 50,000 books, yeah, there's probably less writers because some are the same writer. We have, I think, a couple of writers which may have maybe a couple of 100 books. So yeah, so that way it's very interesting to look like, wow, all these people were listening to the intuition and then put it to work and then made something about it and cut it between the covers. So now the question for you, how can you practice more of your intuition when it comes, when it's here, and then how can you really take action and put it to work as soon as you can? Because when you do that, very many things will start to shift, like drastically and fast. So I hope this was really helpful, and let me know how your experiences with intuition have been, and how you will maybe practice it more. So aloha.